Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe. I'm just going to introduce what you are doing today. It is fairly straightforward. So obviously, your homework over the holidays was to finish reading Macbeth. If you haven't, then you need to as soon as possible. Our thought for the week is it's important to wash your hands. Like you convince your husband to murder the rightful king and you can't get the blood off. And if you don't understand the joke there, clearly haven't read Macbeth. So today's lesson, we're going to do two things. We're going to test your knowledge of Macbeth and you're going to give your initial responses to Macbeth. Obviously for this, you're going to need your copy of Macbeth. If you didn't get one at the end of last term, for whatever reason, I will post an online, an e-copy of the text. And we're still sort of focusing a bit on representation, identity, and perception. The first thing we need to do is we need to choose some presenters for our next presentation. So in term one, we already had Marcella, Sean, Farrell, Sander, Mercy, Jonathan, Reagan, Vishnu, Davina, and Brian. So just so you know it's fair, the two people we're going to choose are Boston, and he's going to be accompanied by Tara. Okay, so you two, you need to make a presentation about the context of Macbeth. Okay, so I need you to include a very brief biography of William Shakespeare's life. You need to include a little bit about the Globe Theatre, what it was, maybe some pictures, relevant historical events at the time of writing Macbeth, things like the death of Queen Elizabeth I, the Gunpowder Plot, and conventions of a Shakespearean tragedy. So what do Shakespearean tragedies normally have? And you need to share a presentation with me by the start of Thursday's lesson. I will put this on ManageBack. So what I need you to do next is you need to go to Socrative, go to the student login, enter 11DP as the room code and start the test. Please be honest, no cheating. I will put the results on ManageBack. It's very easy if you've read the text. If you haven't, it could be difficult. Once you have done that, for the rest of the lesson, first of all, you need to answer the question on Google Classroom. What do you think the message or moral of Macbeth is? So I don't want you to look on Spark Notes, on eNotes. What is your response to the text? Let's say minimum 100 words, give a detailed answer on Google Classroom. And other than that, just spend the rest of the time in this lesson, if you're finished with that, reread Macbeth, make sure you fully understood the plot. I'm going to be assuming you've all read and understood 100% of the plot by this next lesson. Start reading it in the Old English, because remember, any analysis we do, we're using the Old English. We only use the modern English for, getting to know the story. Okay, I'll be available via email and also Google Chat during our lesson. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll see you next lesson.